Hi there. Okay, MrTieDye here with a couple more of the tools that I use. So when I'm making stencils, what I use is these chopping mats. I buy these at the dollar store. It's a pack of 2 and they're 11 by 14 inches big. So what I do is I'll find clip art or I'll hand draw my design right on here. This one here, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, is a paw print. So the outer circles is easy enough to cut with a pair of scissors, the ones that are on the edge here. So I'll just cut right along that line to make my stencil. Okay, so there is that one, but these two here, inner ones, I used to use a X-Acto knife, and that works great. But the other thing that I found is this handy dandy little heat tool. So it looks like kind of like a soldering iron. I can't remember the exact name, but I found this one at Michael's or maybe Joann's, one of those places, but also I've seen them on Amazon. So I'll put a link down in the description so you can figure out where to buy these. But you let this thing heat up, and of course you don't touch any of that because it's very hot, but then it cuts through this really nicely. So let's see if I can get this in the screen, and you just touch in there and just slowly glide right along your line. I don't use a lot of force. I don't try to go too fast with it. I just put a little bit of tension and then just follow how fast it wants to cut. And this just makes cutting stencils that have these inner bits easier. And this here is just a big round circle, so it would be fairly easy to kind of poke a hole and just cut with a pair of scissors. But sometimes you're doing even finer detail on these stencils, and that's when this tool really comes in handy. And then that just pops right out. So that is how you make a stencil using one of these plastic cutting boards and the soldering iron. It's not really a soldering iron, but I'll have the correct name down in the description. Thank you for watching. Also, when I'm cutting out my stencils, I have a piece of glass that I use. This here just came out of a picture frame, and I put electrical tape on the edges just to make sure that when I'm picking this thing up and handling it, I don't accidentally cut myself. But the glass is going to be the perfect thing, so you're not accidentally burning into your table or whatever else you have there. The glass is going to provide that nice surface that you need to push that against slightly as you work. So there's another tool from MrTieDye.